Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with the second part on the painting tutorial of this Armiger Warglaive. So in this second part we are going to focus on doing the face of the Armiger and start doing the freehand on the shoulder pads. In the first part we did all the base color as well, all the shading and highlight. So let's start working on this guy here, and I was thinking how I want to face the face, and I think I will leave the face as it is, metallic. I will just add a little bit of copper on the face. So to do that I will use Balthasar Gold, and we're going to apply this in the parts where we want to where we want to add this copper. So the ball fall out. Okay. Let me wash well my hands. I'm going to take we use a fine brush, sorry. I'm going to apply, for example, we are going to add some copper on this, on one of these tubes, and needs to add a little bit more of life on this. I will look, okay, so I will use copper on this type of eyebrows that we have here. Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that. Put it right. I can put in a good position. Okay. We are going to do as well this tip here, and around the eyes. Okay. Then this will give, I cannot see the side, like the equivalent to the ears. Okay. Now I'm going to add as well, I like to add on the tubes that are curved but are not corrugate. I like to paint them with a very dark grey. For that we can use scabbing blinding or etching grey. So I will use in that case etching grey, okay, to do these tubes. These tubes makes no sense that they are metallic. Okay. This is something that maybe I miss in this first part to do, but we are going to do it now. So we are going to do these tubes on all the different parts we have on the knight. Okay. Normally I do this after the rest, here for example we don't have any. This part is corrugate, so I will not do it. So that's all what I'm going to do. We wait that this dries, and while this is drying we are going to paint the eyes. Okay, so to do the eyes, in that case as they are quite small, I will use one of the technical paints, and I will use the Waystone green, sorry. Okay, so we are going to shake this very well. And this is quite straightforward. So we just apply this here. This is very nice, intense green. Okay, let's do one thing now. I want to wait that this dries, so while this is drying I will paint the glass here. So to paint the glass I will do this on blues. So I will start applying 1,000 Songs blue. So you start with a dark blue. Okay, I will apply it here. Okay. Now I will use Temple Guard blue. On the top. And as you can see, I did this before the previous color is completely dry. So in that way we can make this type of scalping to mix the color. This color was a little bit too thick. Okay. We're going to apply a second layer of Temple Guard blue, but now insisting more on the upper part. Okay. And finally I'm going to use Blue Horror. It is almost white. Okay, to give this nice. Right, we can go back with Temple Guard blue. Add a little bit more. Okay, and do this. Then I will do with Temple Guard blue as well. Do a second reflection at the bottom like that. Okay. We have to wait that this dries. So while this is drying, we can go back here. The eyes are looking quite good. The only thing I want to do now, at the bottom of, is to add a little bit of more contrast on the head. I have the feeling that we can add a little bit more of white, especially the tubes we have paint. I want them to look darker. So I will take a bigger brush or damage brush, okay, and we're going to apply this again on the corrugate tubes and as well on top of the dark gray blues. Okay, we do that here, and we do this here. Okay, we can insist a little bit more on the front grid. Okay, but so on. I think the face is looking good. So now we are going to prepare to place the decals. So I leave it like that, this drying. So to prepare to put the decals, I will put decals on the shoulder pads and as well on the caparets of this. What we are going to do is we are going to apply first gloss varnish. So normally when I apply decals, I always apply this technique. So I start with a base of a hard coat, okay, and we are going to apply this on the shoulder pads, for example. I wait until the other part is drying first, okay. I'm going to apply as well here. You can use water to thin it down as well, the varnish. Okay, so you see, you do a nice layer, and I will do the same on the other shoulder. So I will apply this as well on the top of the caparets, and I come back once it is done. Once the varnish dry, we are going to apply the decals. I'm here applying the ones on the shoulder pad, but here there is not much. There is not very different to other things. So apply the decals that you want to apply. I will minimize the freehand on this stem. So what I did is here I apply these decals here. I don't only take from the decals from the Knights. I also took from other other miniatures that I have. I like to collect decals from different ranges, and yeah, these schools are from the bend blade. Thinking here if I want to leave it like that, we'll put the schools as well a little bit tilt, as in the. These are the schools from the bend blade, so I think this is looking nice with the schools in one side and the winged skull on the other side. And here I have the Aquila symbol, and these linings are from the stone cast Eternals, but I think they do a nice work. And in that case, I will do the roses. I'm using the ones from the Sisters of Battle. I still have some very old decals, and you put them in water. Okay, so you submerge them in water, and then you carefully transfer them on the surface where you want it. Okay, so we'll put this one, for example, here. Okay, and the other one we are going to put it in a different position, so not symmetrical as we did for the pink ones we create for the. So I think it's decals is another tool that you have to do your. Be careful that, especially this one is more tricky because it's on a bended position, so we are going to be sure that we push it to the position. Okay, I'm going to use the plastic spatula. When I find it, of course, we are over there with the metal spatula. So we want is to push this in position. We're going to eliminate a little bit the excess of water with the tissue. We're going to put them like that, okay? So now we let it dry, and once the water is completely gone, we are going to apply again gloss varnish. So while the decals are drying and are getting glued on where they applied, what I will do is I will work a little bit more on the metallics, and I'm going to apply now Stormcross silver, and we are going to create some parts that are brighter than others. Normally I do that to show that some pistons are with the friction have more the metal polish, so it's just to add a little bit more variation on the metallic part to make it look less flat. Just choose the parts you think can have some friction or can be interesting to highlight. Normally choose some tubes randomly. You can choose also some rivets, for example. Okay, so I can choose this one here. Okay. I can keep choosing this. Okay, and we just apply the stone silver host or brighter silver in parts where you think can be interesting to add some additional highlight. Okay, it will help to add. Okay, so I will do that while the decals are drying, and I'm back once this is done. So once the water is dry, we are going to apply a second layer on top of the decals of hard coat, okay, gloss varnish. I'm using hard coat because it's the one I have, but you can use any varnish that you have available. Okay, this will help to dissimulate even more the transition of the decal to the gloss part. And I'm mainly applying this in the case on top of the decals, around the decals. You need to apply it everywhere. You don't need this everywhere. So I will apply this around these decals. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the shoulder pads. Shoulder pads you can apply it everywhere because it's a smaller surface, but in reality what you want to do is just apply it around the decal, so that in that way the decal is in a way trapped between two layers of varnish, of gloss varnish. Okay, the gloss varnish is not accidental. It helps to mix with the same, more or less have a similar refraction index of the decal, so you will lose this shiny effect that decals have when you are encapsulating the decal between two layers of varnish. Okay, so I'm applying this because everything is gloss, you know, everything is bright, so the eye cannot distinguish what is the brightness of the decal or the brightness of the varnish. Okay, so we do that, and once this dries, we are going to apply a matte varnish. So I wait that this dries, and I come back to apply the matte varnish. Okay, next I'm going to put matte varnish. Okay, I'm using just a matte varnish. This cap is completely broken. From Cut Arms. So it's just a matte varnish that I bought. Completely. I'm going to use a big brush for that, and I will start with this. Okay, we're going to apply this. It's going to be again glossy again, but once this dry, you will see that yeah, it has to be matte. I'm using the one from Cut Arms, water-based paint, and it's a matte varnish. Okay, and it's really matte when it's finishing. It's a little bit satinated because we have all this gloss varnish, but it will look good. and I apply, be careful, be sure that you apply all over the other varnish, okay? If it's a little bit whitening, it's not a problem. It will, once it's dry, it will be completely transparent, okay? It's the emulsifier they have to be able to put the varnish with. It's going to be tricky, sometimes you will need to do two layers because you will miss a place where you have some shine. It's not a problem, so just wait that it's dry and then apply this second layer, okay? This is going to be a big surface that we have to do. Don't forget, remember that you don't need to put it again inside on the window here. The window we want to leave it gloss, okay? So I'm going to apply this. And if you go a little bit out, it's not a problem in the case because it's going to be matte after all. Okay. What I will try to avoid is that it's accumulating so much here in the hole, so I will try to, I want to not to make strange things. When the varnish, the only problem is you have to be careful the varnish is not too thick, the layer either. Okay, because then you can have a strange visual effect. So this is why I'm removing this from the grid and I keep on going. Okay, so I will apply this. I think it was somewhere like there. Okay, I will go again on the grid, and then we will need to remove a little bit from the inside of the grid. Of course, you have to go on top of the decals. Okay, here I put too much. I will need to spread out. Okay, I'm going to go into the and we went there inside. I don't have to forward here in the front. And now we wait this dry. Okay, and if we see any glossiness, we apply again where we see the glossiness. Because it's a little bit tricky to know where it's applied, because you have all the shinies now. I will apply a little bit here at the back. I think here I missed. Okay, just, and now I will wait that it dries. Once it's half dry, I will check if I need to do any other touch. So I wait that it dries and I'm back. Once the varnish has dried, you see that we have a little bit of satin, but it's not glossy anymore. So we have this almost ready to be assembled. I'm going to remove as well this piece of sprue from here, and we are going to clean up this later on. Okay, it's just to show you how this will look. Always clean up later. This will go like that, here like that. Okay. So quite happy, but now we are going to do the part that you cannot do with the curls, that is, as we did with the other one, we are going to do the I don't know how it's called this in English. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know the word. So I'm going to use Caliban Green. I think I will use directly. I will use Caliban Green first. It's not going to be too contrasting, but what we want to draw is how this will go. Okay, so I will do something like that. In that one, I'm going to do something like that. We are going to, oh, this was too thick. We're going to do it like that. And this one, we'll start like that. This, we are going to clean up like that. Okay. Of course, I make a mistake there. I miscalculate the change of direction of this. We are going to apply previous color. I'm doing in purpose not to wait to have the color a little bit darker, mixed with the green, and to avoid that is too noticeable the correction. Okay. So this was too thick here as well. Yeah. I'm going to add the spikes now on this. So to add the spikes, we just do it like that. Okay. To add one there. I cut this one here to make the sensation that it's going behind. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Warstone Glow to make it look brighter and to add contrasting. We will have more there. The right position here. to know the course of the spikes to make them a little bit more visible. Okay. Now we can add a little bit of even motiving to add a little bit more of volume and contrast. Not everywhere, you only need you only need to apply this in areas where you think will add something, right? Okay, so here you have. We have now the freehand done, plus the decals applied on the caparas. Now we are going to glue the shoulder pads, and yeah, and we can put the weapons in place and see how everything is looking like once all is assembled. We only need to do some of the auxiliary weapons, but it's more or less this glue. We will need to do some cleanup, but now I will glue and assemble almost everything, and yeah, and I will come back. So finally, this is how it looks like. So I have assembled everything. This arm can be moved, so the arms still have the mobility. Okay, and here we have, I put the plasma gun on top. It's painted following the same, so this way we can change it for the heavy stubber. Okay, you don't need to put magnets or anything like that, just by the friction is staying in position, so you can put it like that. Okay, so this is how it looks like, and here we finish the tutorial. So I hope you have liked what you have seen here, and yeah, and this is the second part where I just did the decoration and the final assembly. It's not glued yet to the base, so if you see that it's a little bit unstable, I need to find the right spot and glue it, but yeah, this is just the final touch. So that's all. So I hope you have liked this tutorial. I hope you like the tutorials that I put in this channel. Leave in the comments below what do you think, let me know your opinion, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you later. Bye.